Good morning. I just saw something that I want to discuss with you all, and it's really frustrating, um, angering, and as a black woman, I do call BS on content creators, black content creators who do this sort of thing, and it is insulting to say the least to all black people, and I do mean all black people. Now, I'm just at this point, I am tired of seeing colorism and racism on YouTube. And I am not going to, sit back and be quiet about it. And it's all over YouTube. It's bad enough that there are racists on YouTube doing this sort of thing, but it's worse. It adds more than insult to injury when it's done by black people who feel that they come from a place of, quote, light skin privilege. And please don't get it twisted because I know black people who are of all hues, and some of the hardest fighters for black people, you know, are light skinned. It's this little circle of people though who feel that they are not black people. And I'm gonna say it because that's what it looks like. And it can't help but do anything but um, lower the level as to how we are looked at as a people. So I saw something on somebody's community page that utilized some of those old stereotypical derogatory images of black people, and it pissed me off. It did. And I've gotten into it with a couple of other content creators who use these images. Those are the images used by the oppressors, by racists, by people who think we're nothing. And for a black person who puts hashtag black YouTube in their post to use that image, I call BS on that person, on that content creator. Those are images that we should reject across the board. And hold on one second. We should reject those images across the board and express our outrage at the images. I don't care who they think they're portraying, because in reality, they're portraying all of us using the unspoken language of racism and looking down on black people, especially dark skinned black people. Okay. And it's wrong. And it is colorism. And I'm calling them out on their colorism because that is not something that is acceptable. And like I said, I had it out with a couple of other content creators who were using those images against other content creators. Why can't they think of something else to do? Because in their minds, and I've heard content creators express colorism who feel that they are better because they are lighter skinned. And I know better about many people who I know who happen to be light skinned black people. They are in tune to their blackness and they do not insult black people because they are not removed from it. They recognize it. And I don't feel that anyone who does this should get away with it. And yes, they should be called out. Now, I'm a darker skinned black woman, but ain't nobody better than me. That's the way I see it. And I got family members who are so fair skinned, you know, if I didn't know them, I would not think they were black people. But guess what? They stand 10 toes down for black people and do not insult black people. And so they should be called out. I don't care who the hell you think you're portraying. I don't care who it is. It's more about more than one person. It's about us as a people. And anybody who does it, then that tells you who that person is. That tells you that person is a colorist and they think they're better. And it just so happens that this particular content creator is one of those fair skinned black people who clearly thinks that they are better than um, dark skinned black and that they can subject black people to using the ridiculing images that were used in the past. We had grown from that. We had moved away from that. And yet, here we are, some of the very people who were around when it was being, addressed, doing the same damn thing. I can go to any of these racist channels on YouTube or anywhere on the internet and find those images. It's not cute. It's not humorous. It's insulting to a race of people, my people. And I don't appreciate it one damn bit. We fought too hard to get away from stereotypes. People thinking we dumb, stupid, or jesters or clowns, and we're not. And any black person who puts that kind of BS on their channel should be boycotted by any person of color, any black person. Nobody should support people who engage in colorism on their channel. And I'm serious about that shit. And you know what? I am true to that. Been true since the 1960s and not going to sit back and be quiet about it. We have to be careful how we are portrayed in mass media, in movies, in television, in film, in magazines, in any format in the media. We have to address it and let it be known that it is totally unacceptable. And I agree with you, Black Samurai, but we fought too hard for that. Okay? We fought it in the movies with Stephen Fetchit to bring our images up in the movies because the way the media is allowed to portray you is the way people think about you, and the way people think about you is the way people treat you. And we have to call it out whenever we see it. Not just on YouTube, but anywhere. Anywhere. I wish that all of those sorts of images would be taken off of the internet. But people going to use them or whatever. But what is their agenda? That's something you expect from racists. But when black people do it, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Because I feel like me as a black person that I am being portrayed in that manner. And it is unintelligent and it's like a superiority complex or something. And I'm going to say something about it, just like I do in real life. I have to be me wherever I am. And I have to call it out. I have to say something about that. We cannot afford, and especially in this day and age where racism is starting to resurface. See, a lot of people feel that because their skin tone is lighter, that they are immune, but they're not. They definitely are not immune from racism because they are still visibly black. And that is something that they have to recognize within themselves But don't play in my face with that kind of BS. And like I said, I've been dealing with this, since I've been on here. Since I've been, not since the very beginning, but since I've been very active on here. And I go to the racist channels and I do report them. This is something that I do because I feel it needs to be done. So I can't be quiet about it. And I'm not going to be. I've heard conversations where people talk about, oh, black nappy headed. Yeah, we got nappy hair. And guess what? It protects our scalp from the sun. Okay? And that's part of who we are. But to hear another black person criticize, especially, a lighter skinned black person criticize a black person saying black, nappy headed in a derogatory, negative way. No, that's unacceptable. And we need to get away from it because if we don't respect ourselves, ain't nobody going to respect us. I don't care what your skin tone is because, I know for a fact that light skinned people get the same treatment when they stop by the cops. They can get shot and killed unarmed just like a darker skinned black person can do. So, but yeah, Black Samurai, baby, I know some people choose to be ignorant, but the ones who choose to be ignorant, you got to let them know they're being ignorant when it comes to something like that. I have zero tolerance for that. I really do. And I've been fighting too long and too hard against so many different agencies and groups, education for too many years to sit back and be quiet. And using those kind of images, that's unacceptable. Using colorist language is unacceptable. And I, for one, I'm going to say something about that because I do not believe that we can abandon our responsibility as Black people to just say, oh, that's okay. It's not okay. Because guess what? White folks see it too. And they figure, well, we don't care, so then they'll do it. Anyway, everyone, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to come in and say that right quick and alert you to the fact that you do have this, when if you do see something like that, you have an obligation to call it out. Okay, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Love y'all. Hey, Etta. Hey, Cat Jossie. And who else? Okay. Thank you all for stopping by. And I don't see anybody else that came in. All righty. Bye-bye.